you said. Before you were aiming just feet and body aiming too far to the right. Again, caused the club when it went back to obviously go too far on the inside. So we got to about here, even though you're sort of towards your toe line, the club was too far. And as you can see here now, that club sort of horizontal or level with the ground, that club dipped in a long way on the inside. Okay, now if we look at this position here now, trying to stay more in front, okay, the club has still come back a bit on the inside, but relative to where you want the ball to start, at least that's coming back more towards the camera rather than disappearing behind the left there. And as a result of you sort of going around there, having to now lift that club at this point here now, very, very flat as we start swinging this one, okay? Okay, we get sort of halfway back. That, for me, is getting more towards the line, okay? On this one here now, okay, go flat, that red line is there, okay? So where your hands sort of level with your chest, if you folded the club too far inside, this club now is getting a little bit more upright as you go back. So when you go up on one angle, the idea is to sort of go up and back down on the same plane, rather than sort of go in, up, and over the top. And because you just took the golf club a long way inside here, if your hands and thumbs sort of follow the club, you'd be so flat you could never get back the golf ball, okay? So if the arms then have to start doing the lifting, that movement there now causes the club, that sort of movement there to get up here and then come over the top, depending on what club you've got. If you're coming down with a sort of more lofted club, you might get away with it, but a less lofted club, potentially a low pull or a bit of a slice off the right there. Okay, so get that club working at the top of the backswing there now. So again, good position, and from there now you look as though you want to start that golf ball to your target, okay? So now the club can come back down, attack the golf ball, okay? And if you look here now as we swing through, we can clear your body nicely. This was a nice sort of swing to target there, ball flying just left of centre, and you're hitting your fade that way, starting at 5 yards left and drifting back. Whereas this one now, you almost got to try and pull across your body. The body's rotating there, but that lower half just can't keep up. Your foot being back is going to restrict your hip turn. So all your movement now is going to come with the arms and just sort of swiping your arms across your body. Yeah. Not going to be easy. Again, if body parts are working in different directions against each other, you're relying on timing in some way. And in some ways, if you're aiming at the moment with everything out to the right there, to hit a golf ball towards your target, you've got to fade it 30 yards left of target. Or left of where you're aiming. Well, trying to judge a 30-yard pull is going to be very tricky, isn't it? Really? I mean, at the end of the day, if we lined up closer, they'll have a chance. But even if we sort of think where you were going, I mean, there's a rough idea. This is about 150 yards there. Okay, so if we think where you are, that was roughly your target there, sort of the 150. Okay, and we're aiming probably towards that right-hand red flag. So, yeah, a good 20-25 yards right of that 150 side, and that's starting it on the red flag. Yeah, and so you want to start it, exactly. You want to start it 5 yards left of that. So yeah, it's probably getting close to about 25-30 yards right. So to try and hit that sort of pull shot to the left, always going to be tough. And because your club will generally follow your toe line, because it's very unorthodox to swing the golf club a different direction how your toes are pointing. It sort of just tends to want to follow that line going back. So when you get to here now, your club's on the line with your toes, but aiming over there. This one here now, when the club went back initially, it's over the toes there, but back towards the camera. Okay, so just by changing where your body's positioned, okay, we can now start it on line to target, not have to try more about pulling it to left. And you think, okay, when you're here, logically, which is if I'm aiming 30 yards right and pulling it left, when I aim straight, I'll start pulling it 30 yards left. But you won't, because your body now can work better. So the body can lead and bring the golf club on a better angle. The ball now can start on the correct line just left the flag and just drift back to the goal target there, okay? On
the backswing here, if you move
of course, yeah.
So there.
So that position there now.
To be a little bit higher.
A smidge, not higher with the, not higher with the hands, just the angle of the club.
Yeah.
So that would be your angle there. What we look for is somewhere more towards there, so towards the golf ball, okay? So whatever that angle is there, you're a little bit flatter than with the red line, okay? So it's not miles, okay, and compared to where we go there, okay, that red line now is over by the tray there, a long way flatter position, okay? So you're starting to move a little bit more. Again, a good drill to practice, and this is when you can do sort of probably 7 or 8 times. Set up there now with the club like so, keeping your arms in that position, and then hinge your wrists up 90 degrees to there. So keeping your hand there, just go hinge the wrist up, and then swing from there. You'll find the club now will work a lot more upright because you can't whip it inside because you've got the wrist hinge here.
Yeah.
Okay. The reason why the club does get a little bit flatter on the inside is because your forearms are doing this. So your forearms are taking the golf club back and your arms are lifting rather than the wrists are lifting and the arms take it back. Okay. So that's quite a good drill. You can practice that one. Just to hinge the wrist up. I often get guys to that as their warm-up swing. They sort of hit a few wedges hit it 70 or 80 yards. Not a big swing, not looking at power on the shot, just looking at how the wrist hinge back and then swing from there. Okay, but yeah, as a checkpoint, that's what you're trying to look for. Get that club working back down. So when you come back to the golf ball, okay, you're going back on the same sort of angles you're going back. If you're going one way and coming back to the other, that amount of change is always going to change from shot to shot. So your consistency, if we're changing, isn't going to be there, is it? Okay, make sense?
Yeah,
Good stuff. Right, have a couple of shots.